Now tonight, it's a sigh of relief for Kenyans living in lockdown counties after President Uhuru Kenyatta announced the lifting of cessation of movement into and out of the zoned counties. President Kenyatta, while addressing the nation during Labor Day celebrations, said the move was necessitated by a drop in COVID-19 infections in recent weeks. The president also reviewed the curfew hours in the zoned counties that will now start at 10 p.m. and not 8 p.m. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thairu reports, the president also allowed bars to operate until 7 p.m, while places of worship will open but limited to 1/3 capacity.
This year's Labor Day celebrations brought a sigh of relief to traders, businessmen and travelers from different parts of the country after President Uhuru Kenyatta reviewed some of the COVID-19 restrictions. Top of the reviews was the cessation of movement into and out of the 5 zoned counties of Nairobi, Kiambu, Nakuru, Kajiado and Machakos, as well as the curfew hours in the 5 zoned counties.
It is directed that the cessation of movement into and out of the zoned areas be and is hereby lifted. 2, that the hours of curfew in the zoned area are revised to commence at 10 p.m. and end at 4 p.m. with effect from midnight on this day of May 2021 until otherwise directed.
Worshippers also have a reason to smile after the president revised the worship arrangements that had been agreed upon by the Interfaith Council, although with some restrictions.
That in-person and congregational worship shall resume in strict fidelity to the guidelines issued by the Interfaith Council and the Ministry of Health. However, the attending congregation is still capped to 1/3 of the capacity of the place of worship.
And after staying out of business for close to 2 months, those who operate bars and restaurants had some reprieve after the president lifted the ban but set the hours when to operate and close.
That all bars in the territory of the Republic of Kenya are to operate until 7 p.m. And I repeat, 7 p.m. And restaurants are indeed encouraged to utilize outdoor spaces to maximize on physical and social distancing.
The president also directed that education institutions to reopen according to the calendar, which will be next week, part 1. He also encouraged employers to allow workers to work at home, with the exception of critical workers. But it was a blow for politicians after he extended the ban on political gathering. And for those Kenyans who have a tendency of flouting the COVID-19 guidelines set by the Ministry of Health, President Uhuru Kenyatta had a stern warning that might affect all the 47 million Kenyans.
Nobody enjoys the situation that we are in. But if, and I repeat again, if we are not able, because of our selfishness individually, to maintain a situation where we are able to protect both life and economy, then, like I said, we have no choice but to protect that which we are fundamentally bound to protect under the Constitution, and that is life.
According to the president, the tough restrictions he introduced in March yielded desired outcomes, with the average infection rate in other parts of Kenya reducing by 89%.
But if we fail to play our role, our individual role, like I said, like it or hate it, my responsibility is to protect life first. We shall and we will do everything that is necessary to prevent what we have seen happen in other countries happen in our country.
The president further directed health facility administrators to limit hospital visitations to 1 person per patient daily. Chris Thairu, KTN News from State House, Nairobi.
Now, still on COVID-19, the country